My beloved children, pause for a moment and look back to the day I walked that lonely road, carrying the heavy cross upon my shoulders. It was not just wood. It was the weight of betrayal, rejection, and the sins of humanity. I heard the jeers, felt the lashes, and bore the pain inflicted by the very ones I came to save. They nailed me to the cross, believing they could silence the love I carried for them. Yet, even as they mocked me, I whispered forgiveness. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. This act was not one of weakness, but of strength beyond measure. A love that refused to be extinguished by hate or despair. I did not endure the cross out of obligation, but because of a boundless love for you, a love that transcends time and mistakes. It was for you that I stayed, to make a way for your burdens to be lifted and for your heart to be healed. Even now, as you carry your own crosses, be it the weight of regret, the pain of loss, or the struggles of daily life, know this: I am with you. The same hands that bore the nails are stretched out to comfort and guide you. The same voice that prayed for mercy whispers to your heart, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." I endured the cross for your freedom, your healing, and your peace. Today I call you to lay your burdens down at my feet, to let go of guilt, pain, and fear. Come closer, my child, and feel the power of a love that will never let you go. In my presence, you will find not condemnation, but a promise of restoration, forgiveness, and an unshakable hope. My dear child, do you truly understand the depth of the love I have for you? It is not a fleeting love, or one that wavers with your mistakes. No, my love for you is eternal, unchanging, and beyond anything this world could ever offer. It is a love that saw you in your darkest moments, in your doubts, and even in your failures, and chose to stay. When I carried the cross, I carried more than just a symbol of suffering. I carried the weight of every tear you've cried, every burden you've struggled to bear, and every sin that has kept you awake at night. I bore it all so that you might be free, so that you could walk unshackled and renewed. Even when the world turned its back on me, when it pierced my side and crowned me with thorns, my heart was set on you. I saw your face, I heard your prayers, and I knew your struggles long before you spoke them. And still, I whispered forgiveness, because my love is not conditional. It does not falter because of your past or your imperfections. You see, my love for you is not something you have to earn. It is a gift, freely given, wrapped in grace, and sealed with the promise of my presence. Whether you feel deserving or not, my love remains steadfast, reaching out to you in your pain, your joy, and even in your silence. Today, I invite you to embrace this love, to let it fill every broken and weary part of you. When you feel lost, let my love be your compass. When the burdens of life seem too heavy, let my love be the strength that carries you through. And when you feel unworthy, remember this: you are my beloved, chosen and cherished beyond measure. Come to me with your doubts, your wounds, and your fears, and I will replace them with peace, healing, and a hope that will not fail. My love is not just a promise, it is an unshakable reality that I invite you to experience every day. Trust in it, rest in it, and let it transform your heart and life. For there is nothing in heaven or on earth that can separate you from the love I have for you. My beloved child, as I endured the weight of the cross and the piercing agony of each nail driven into my flesh, I saw more than the cruelty and scorn of those who crucified me. I saw their brokenness, their struggles, their fear, the wounds within them that led them to inflict pain on another. Even in the depth of my suffering, my heart was filled with compassion, and I spoke words that echoed across eternity. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That forgiveness was not an act of obligation, but an outpouring of infinite love. It was for those who harmed me, and for all humanity, including you. My forgiveness knows no bounds. It sees beyond your mistakes, your regrets, and the times you've stumbled. My child, there is no sin too great for my mercy, no failure that places you beyond my reach. Whatever burden you carry, be it guilt, shame, or wounds from the past, bring it to me. Let me take it from you and replace it with my peace. But as you receive this forgiveness, I call you to take a step further. Forgive those who have hurt you, even when it feels impossible. I understand how hard this is. I know the pain of betrayal and the sting of unkindness. Forgiveness does not mean excusing or forgetting the wrongs done to you. It means choosing freedom over bitterness. When you forgive, you let go of the heavy chains that weigh your soul down, making space for my love and peace to flow into your heart. Forgiveness is an act of strength, not weakness. It is a reflection of my grace working within you. Yet, forgiveness does not stand alone. It is entwined with compassion. To forgive, you must first see others through my eyes. Ask me to help you, and I will reveal the humanity within those who hurt you. They too are my children, flawed, struggling, and in need of grace, just as you are. Consider my forgiveness of you, how I embraced you at your lowest, how I looked past your faults and saw your worth. Now, I ask you to extend that same grace to others. This is not something you must do alone. I am here to strengthen you, to soften your heart, and to guide you each step of the way. Compassion transforms not only your heart but the world around you. It allows you to break the cycle of pain and resentment. When you forgive, you reflect my love and bring healing, not just to yourself, but to those who see your light. Imagine what could happen if you chose to forgive, if you let go of the anger that keeps you bound. Imagine the peace that would follow, the relationships restored, the freedom to move forward without the weight of bitterness. My child, forgiveness and compassion are the keys to a life filled with my blessings. As you forgive, you will find healing, not because the person who hurt you deserves it, but because you deserve to be free. As you show compassion, you will discover the joy of reflecting my love to those around you, even to those who may not yet understand it. So I call you now, forgive as you have been forgiven. Be compassionate as I am compassionate to you. This is the way to freedom, the way to peace, and the way to a deeper connection with me. Take my hand and let us walk this path together. I am with you every step of the way, my beloved. You are not alone. You never have been, and you never will be. My beloved child, you often feel the pull of the world, its noise, its demands, and its ceaseless striving for things that fade away. Yet, amidst all this chaos, there is a gentle whisper calling you back to a deeper reality, my presence. I have never been far from you. Even when you felt alone, I've been here, waiting for you to turn your heart toward me. Living in my presence is not about perfection, it is about connection. It's about acknowledging that you are not alone, even in your darkest moments. Every time you call out to me, no matter how faint or uncertain your voice may be, I hear you. I draw near to you, offering comfort, guidance, and the peace that only I can provide. My child, I long for you to dwell in this peace, to let go of the fears and doubts that cloud your heart, and to rest in the assurance of my love. Imagine your life as a garden, and my presence is the gentle rain that nourishes it. Without me, the soil becomes dry, the flowers wither, and the weeds of worry and despair begin to take over. But when you spend time with me, through prayer, quiet reflection, and simply inviting me into your day, your garden flourishes. The beauty that I have planted within you begins to bloom, and the weeds of anxiety and doubt are uprooted. Living in my presence means embracing the sacredness of the ordinary. It means finding me not just in moments of worship, but in the simple rhythms of your daily life. I am with you in the quiet of the morning, as the sun rises and fills your home with light. I am there in your work, guiding your hands and blessing your efforts. I walk beside you in your joys and your sorrows, celebrating with you and holding you when you feel weary. My presence is not confined to a church or a holy day. it is with you always. To live in my presence is to see the world through my eyes. It's to notice the beauty of creation, the kindness of a stranger, the laughter of a loved one, and the opportunities to show love and compassion. It's to pause and remember that every moment is a gift, an invitation to draw closer to me. When you live with this awareness, even the smallest acts, offering a smile, saying a prayer, or lending a helping hand, become acts of worship. But I know it's not always easy. The burdens of life can weigh heavily on your heart. There are days when you feel distant from me, when doubt and discouragement whisper that I am not there. My child, in those moments, remember this: I am closer to you than your own breath. My presence does not depend on your feelings. It is a constant, unchanging truth. When you can't feel me, trust that I am holding you even more tightly. Come to me with everything: your fears, your questions, your struggles. Pour out your heart, for I am listening. And then, let me speak to you. Be still and know that I am God. In the quiet, you will hear my voice, gentle and reassuring, reminding you that you are loved, that you are mine, and that I have a purpose for your life. Living in my presence doesn't mean that life will be free of challenges, but it does mean that you will never face them alone. It means that when the storms come, you can take shelter under my wings. It means that when the road ahead looks uncertain, you can walk forward with confidence, knowing that I am guiding your steps. It means that when the weight of the world feels too heavy, you can lay it down at my feet and find rest. My child, let today be the day you choose to live in my presence. Invite me into every moment and watch as your life is transformed. In my presence, there is fullness of joy. In my presence, you will find the strength to face anything. And in my presence, you will discover the peace that surpasses all understanding. I am here. I have always been here. Take my hand and let us walk this journey together. You are never alone. You are deeply loved, and you are always, always in my care. My beloved child, I created you with a purpose, a unique calling to reflect my love and righteousness in a world that often feels dark and broken. Living a life of love and righteousness is not a path of perfection, but one of intentionality, a daily choice to align your heart with mine and to let my light shine through you. It is a journey, one that I walk with you every step of the way. To live a life of love begins with understanding the depth of my love for you. Before you were even born, I loved you, I chose you, and I called you by name. My love for you is not dependent on what you do or fail to do. It is constant and unchanging. When you truly grasp this love, it overflows, spilling into every aspect of your life and touching the lives of those around you. This love calls you to see others through my eyes, not as adversaries or strangers, but as fellow souls created in my image, worthy of compassion, grace, and understanding. It means forgiving as you have been forgiven, extending kindness even when it's undeserved, and standing firm in truth without losing gentleness. Love is not just an emotion, it is a choice, a deliberate act of your will to reflect the grace I have shown you. Living in righteousness is walking in my ways, seeking to honor me with your thoughts, words, and actions. It's not about striving to earn my approval. You already have it. Instead, it's about letting your life be a response to the love I've poured into you. Righteousness means choosing honesty when deceit would be easier, choosing humility when pride calls out, and choosing faithfulness even when it requires sacrifice. The world may tell you that righteousness is outdated, that love is conditional, and that faith is weakness. But I tell you this: true strength is found in standing firm in love and righteousness, even when the world pushes back. When you live with integrity, you become a beacon of hope. Your life becomes a testimony to my faithfulness, drawing others to the light of my truth. Remember, my child, you are not alone in this. I have given you my Spirit to guide you, to strengthen you, and to remind you of the path of love and righteousness. In moments of doubt, when the way seems unclear, turn to me. I will be your compass, pointing you back to the narrow way that leads to life. My word is your lamp and your guide. Let it dwell richly in your heart, shaping your decisions and renewing your mind. A life of love and righteousness is not without its challenges. There will be times when you stumble, when anger or fear threatens to take hold, or when the weight of your burdens feels too heavy. In those moments, remember that my grace is sufficient. My power is made perfect in your weakness. When you fall, I will lift you up. When you are weary, I will give you rest. All I ask is that you keep your heart open to me, willing to follow where I lead. Child, this life is not just about what you can achieve or acquire, it's about who you become. Each day is an opportunity to grow closer to me, to love more deeply, to serve more faithfully, and to live with purpose. Your acts of love, no matter how small, are never overlooked. The kindness you show, the prayers you offer, the sacrifices you make, they are treasures stored in heaven. When you choose love and righteousness, you create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. You bring healing to the broken, hope to the weary, and light to the darkness. This is the legacy I desire for you. A life that reflects my glory and leaves a mark of love and goodness in the world. So walk boldly, my child. Walk with the confidence that I am with you, that I have equipped you, and that I am working through you. Let your life be a song of love and righteousness, a melody that brings joy to my heart and draws others closer to me. This is the life I have prepared for you, one of purpose, peace, and abundant blessings. Live it fully, with your eyes fixed on me and your heart rooted in my love. My beloved child, from the moment I breathed life into you, I have been by your side. Through every joy and sorrow, every triumph and trial, I have never left you. My promise to be with you is unbreakable, an eternal covenant rooted in my boundless love for you. Even when you cannot feel my presence, know that I am closer than the air you breathe, holding you tenderly in my embrace. There will be days when the burdens of life weigh heavy on your shoulders. You may feel isolated, misunderstood, or overwhelmed by the challenges before you. In those moments, I ask you to remember this: I am your refuge and your strength. When the storms of life rage, I am your shelter. When the path ahead seems uncertain, I am your guide. You are never alone, for my spirit dwells within you, empowering you to face each day with courage and hope. I see your struggles, even the ones you hide from others. I hear the prayers you whisper in the quiet of the night, the tears you shed when no one is watching. Nothing escapes my notice, and nothing is too small or too great for me to handle. Bring your worries to me, my child. Lay them at my feet, and I will carry them for you. My shoulders are broad enough to bear every burden, and my heart is wide enough to hold every fear. Remember the words I spoke. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. This is not just a promise, it is a truth that defines our relationship. My presence is steadfast, not dependent on your feelings or circumstances. Whether you are walking through green pastures or the darkest valleys, I am there. My hand is always extended, ready to steady you when you falter, to lift you when you fall, and to comfort you when you are weary. When you face trials that test your faith, know that I am working behind the scenes, weaving together every detail for your good. The pain you feel, the questions that linger, the uncertainties that cloud your mind, all of these are part of a greater story, one that ends in victory and restoration. Trust in my plan, even when it feels difficult to see. I am the author of your life, and I am writing a masterpiece. You may ask, Lord, how can I be sure of your presence? How do I know you are here with me? Look around, my child. See my fingerprints in the beauty of creation, the kindness of a stranger, the gentle nudges in your spirit that guide you toward what is good and true. Listen for my voice in the stillness in the words of Scripture and in the quiet assurance that fills your heart when you draw near to me. I have also given you a family of faith, brothers and sisters who reflect my love and support. Lean on them in times of need, just as they lean on you. Together, you are my body, a living testament to my promise to be with you. Through their prayers, encouragement, and companionship, you will find strength and reassurance. Even in your weakest moments, when you feel unworthy or incapable, I am with you. My power is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace is sufficient for every need. Do not be afraid to admit your struggles, for I am not here to judge or condemn you. I am here to help you, to heal you, and to walk alongside you. When you surrender your fears and doubts to me, you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding. So, my child, take heart, hold on to my promise, and let it anchor your soul. When the road is long, know that I will carry you. When you stumble, know that I will catch you. And when you feel alone, remember that I am always near, whispering words of love and encouragement into your heart. Let my promise give you strength to face each day with hope and confidence. You are my precious child, and I delight in walking this journey with you. Together, we will overcome every obstacle, celebrate every victory, and fulfill every purpose I have planned for you. Trust in me, for I am with you, always, now and forever. My dear child, as this message comes to a close, I want you to carry one truth deep within your heart. My love for you is unchanging, unwavering, and eternal. It is not a fleeting emotion or a conditional affection. It is the very essence of who I am. My love surrounds you, fills you, and sustains you through every season of life. When you walk through the trials of this world, remember that my love is your refuge. When you feel burdened by the weight of mistakes or regrets, let my love be your redemption. There is nothing you could ever do to make me love you less, and nothing you could ever accomplish to make me love you more. My love simply is a constant, unshakable foundation upon which your life can rest. I know that life can feel uncertain, and the future may seem daunting, but I am ready there, preparing the way for you, crafting blessings that exceed anything you could imagine. My plans for you are good, filled with hope and purpose. Trust in me, for I see the entirety of your journey, and I am working all things together for your ultimate good. You are never alone. My spirit resides within you, comforting and guiding you through the darkest nights and brightest days. When you feel lost, I will illuminate the path. When you feel weary, I will renew your strength. And when you feel broken, I will bind up your wounds and make you whole again. I call you to a life of love and righteousness, not because I demand perfection, but because I want you to experience the fullness of joy that comes from walking closely with me. Extend the forgiveness you have received to others. Let your words and actions reflect the compassion I have shown you. In doing so, you will be a light in the world, drawing others into the warmth of my love. As you step forward, know that you are held in my eternal embrace. The same hands that shaped the heavens and the earth are the hands that hold you tenderly, guiding you through every moment of your life. I am your creator, your redeemer, and your friend. I am your strength in weakness, your hope in despair, and your peace in chaos. Remember the promise I made. I will never leave you nor forsake you. This promise is not bound by time or circumstance. It is as infinite as my love for you. In every joy and every sorrow, I am here. When you cry out in prayer, I listen. When you seek me, you will find me. And when you rest in my presence, you will find the peace your soul longs for. So, my beloved child, go forth with confidence, knowing that you are cherished beyond measure. Face the world with courage, for I am with you. Share the love you have received, for it will multiply and bring healing to others. And above all, live with the assurance that my love is eternal, my presence is constant, and my promises are true. Let these words remain in your heart as a source of comfort and strength. I am with you always, to the very end of the age. No matter where life takes you, my love will be your anchor, your guide, and your greatest treasure. You are mine. and I am yours, now and forevermore. Go in peace, my child, and let my love fill every corner of your life. Amen. Amen.